A note on the Pavement Psychologist. A very interesting play produced for television, seen on HBO, on Cinemax, actually. Part of a series. Alas, it's not frequently possible to watch this on TV, on HBO. I have only one note, and that's from, I think, a couple of weeks ago. It is true that I've seen it in the program, but at 5 a.m., various hours, I wish there were more of these, because it was interesting. Even if the premise is eccentric, to say the least, I would say that at the center, a main theme in this short play, it's about 35 minutes long, is the assumption that appearances deceive. Well, that's wrong, if you ask me. And if we look into Blink, classical psychology by Malcolm Gladwell, Blink, the power of thinking without thinking, with the Harding effect, the thin slicing theory, which basically says that with hundreds of thousands of years or more of evolution, humans have developed an ability to judge and form a conviction very soon. Their survival rested upon this, in terms of eating and also avoiding tragedy, avoiding being killed by animals and other human enemies. So, to bring this here to the Pavement Psychologist, I'd say that most of the time a beggar is just a beggar. Well, behind him or her, there is often an organization. They just pretend to be in dire straits, and then they make money and they have an enterprise. Some of them are abused by gang leaders who send them out there just to make money for others. But the cases where you have someone sitting on the street and acting homeless and in fact being a pavement psychologist are small chances to see that. But on the other hand, it's not a problem, it's not an issue, it's an extraordinary premise and an outlook at something special, which is, we look for that. I mean, we don't need plays, books, and just to treat ordinary aspects, things that happen normally, ordinary people. Very interesting, but we need also elites, if you will. This man, Chris is his name, Chris Banfield, is sitting on a pavement and looks at people's feet and pronounces some interesting words. He acts like a psychologist. Eventually we find that he had been a psychiatrist before being forced to abandon a burned home and seek shelter in a shelter for homeless. And we also discover that he's trying to get charity help for homeless people, and he's communicating with Jenny. So there are only three important characters in this short play: Jenny, Flynn, Doug Flynn, and Chris. There is animosity and a tense relationship between Jenny and Flynn, who work together actually in an office. Jenny is an accountant, but she's also trying to help Shelter. Part of the surprise here of a moment of truth. There's a moment of truth when Jenny finds out that she has had two connections with this Chris. She meets him on the street daily. They talk about her weight and engage in a sort of a psychology talk. But then she was also doing voluntary work for the shelter that he is managing somehow. There's no time for a big plot and all sorts of developments due to the time limit, short play. But still, we have what I think are very good lines. Chris is, for instance, talking about Jenny's attempt to engage in conversation, giving more details about herself, and subconsciously with that trying to get the conversation to move further and to hook up with a man. Indeed, they get close at one point, but I will not say what happens. Maybe you look up and find the play and watch it.